pick in the 1996 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania. He definitely is in the top 10 players of all time. No question about it.
He's the best player in the game?
Oh, hands down.
He's the best player in basketball, and I don't think it's even close.
He has some of the best skills that the NBA has ever seen in history.
Honestly, I look at Kobe Bryant as that guy that is the best, one of the best in our league.
It's just that simple. There's nothing that Kobe Bryant can't do.
But what he did for the game of basketball was simply legendary.
Kobe Bryant is a worker, and he's made himself the best. And I can guarantee you, if they have practice tomorrow, he'll be the first guy there as well.
Kobe, I think, is one of the greatest competitors in the history of the game.
His performance was so awesome that you can't help but respect it.
Even though I was on the court, I just wanted to watch Kobe, do his thing, because it was just so much fun just watching him go to work.
I've got to take Kobe Bryant.
I like Kobe Bryant even better.
One time, one game, I'm taking Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant is the best player in the world.
Welcome to the Kobe Show. Take two.
Bleacher Report, top 50.
Mike Krzyzewski was going to be the guy. It could have been his job. Here goes Kobe. Kobe's able to put one in. Left-handed. Kobe as the shot clock expires.
Number 49.
In foul trouble with 4, approaching center to play. Kobe Bryant. Unbelievable.
Diagram that.
You can't. Not in your wildest imagination.
Number 48.
Over the glass. Kobe! Give me a break. Welcome to the circus.
And he only shot that ball because he said, I'm getting an and one.
Number 47.
Not the old-fashioned way. Kobe on a spin, what a pivot. Yes! 121-103. 59 for Kobe.
Shot is something. You talk about utilizing your pivot foot.
Number 46.
Really going to shoot the free throws. He can barely make it to the free throw line. Bryant tonight with 32 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and he is hurting. But the Lakers down by 2, and they want him to beat him at the free throw line. Got it.
How he responds, like backpedaling or whatever you have to do to get to the other end. If, in fact, he gets to the other end before a foul,
Made him.
Number 45.
15. Now Yao, did he walk? He's blocked away by Kobe from behind. I'm glad they didn't blow the whistle.
like Kobe. I mean, he's been coming out of center field with a lot of plays.
Number 44.
And interestingly, alley-oop to Bryant. Oh, what a play from Bryant. Off balance with one hand, gets it to go.
He's got 14 points in a quarter.
Number 43.
6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Bryant putting moves on James. Here's Bryant. Yes.
Only Kobe Bryant in this league has the ability to overcome tough night.
Number 42.
This guy would try to get 50 tonight, and his team would have a chance of winning. But they're at their best, and he's making plays. Wow! And speaking of making plays, Bryant banks it in, off balance, falling down. Mama, there goes that man. Outstanding athletic ability.
Number 41. Number 40.
Kobe really attacked now. Doug Christie's second team all defense, so this guy's so slouched out there defensively.
Number 39.
Bryant calling for the ball. James on him. Bryant falling away. Puts it up. Puts it in. What a tough shot from Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers back up by 6.
Number 38.
Bryant attacking. All the way. Dunks it home. Kobe down the middle with authority.
That very easily could have been an and one.
Wow.
Number 37.
Ball gets a screen from Odom. Great play by Bryant. Kobe will take it in and throw it down on Paul.
Number 36.
Who's wrong? And the loose ball. Look who's got it. double clutch reverse. 92-77. They're on their feet at tables. Timeout Hornets.
Kobe showing a little bit of the young Kobe.
Number 35. Forehand Van Horn. Now you got to get this in from Curry Kidd. Oh my God. Down, Kobe. Down. Number 34. Gotta pick it up. Here comes Kobe.
Are you kidding me? Unreal! Are you kidding me? How strong was that? You have got to be joking.
Number 33.
Gotta hurry. It'll be Kobe. Kobe for a deuce. And the win, he got it.
Guess what?
He got it with 0.6 of a second to play.
Hey, that's the guy you want shooting it.
Number 32.
Over series. Utah came back down over last year. They used to in the first round. Bryant plays for himself. That was sensation. He took the double team, split it, threw the ball off the backboard.
Number 31.
Now to 4. Here's Fisher with the jumper.
Number 30.
Gibson and Bryant. Back out Bryant. Shot clock at 7. Bryant leads, falling away. Puts it in. And the Lakers take a 1-point lead with 7.3 remaining. What a clutch shot once again from Kobe Bryant. It's impossible to play better defense than Ray Allen just played against Kobe Bryant.
Number 29.
Keeps that a 7 to play at 95-92. Behind his back on a spin. Oh, and the slam. He'll go to the line. Look at the
Play. The crowd was on their feet. Look at that. We're behind the back. The spin. Nice play of Kobe.
One call of a potential helicopter down in a brush fire at the intersection of Los Virgenes Road and Willow Glen Street in the city of Calabasas in unincorporated Los Angeles County. Upon arrival, our firefighters discovered approximately a quarter-acre brush fire that resulted from a crash on the hillside. The Los Angeles County Fire Department initial response was 15 pieces of apparatus and 56 personnel that consisted of paramedics, engine company, heavy rescue, truck company, hand crews, and aircraft, and a chief officer to oversee the incident. Upon arrival, during the incident, and upon arrival of the Sheriff's Department, our two respective departments entered into unified command to handle this incident. Our firefighters on scene indicated that there was a debris field in steep terrain with a quarter-acre brush fire that was occurring at the time. Our firefighters hiked in to the accident site with their medical equipment and hose lines to extinguish the stubborn fire, as it included the brush fire, debris from a helicopter, and the fire also included magnesium, which is very hard for our firefighters to extinguish because magnesium reacts with oxygen and water. In addition to our firefighters hiking into the incident, we had one helicopter flying to the incident with firefighter paramedics on board. Those paramedics were hoisted down to the incident early into the incident. They did a search of the area for survivors. Unfortunately, all the survivors on board were determined to have been perished. Firefighters and hand crews worked to extinguish the fire while carefully preserving the incident for investigation. Currently, this investigation is still ongoing. I would like to turn this over to my sheriff to continue the press briefing.
Thank you, Chief Osby. Personnel from Los Angeles Sheriff's Station responded to the scene of the crash site and assisted the fire department, and we've established a containment area, and now our Aero Bureau has a handle on traffic or aircraft accidents. However, when there's a fatality, then it switches to the National Transportation Safety Bureau, the NTSB, and the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA. The FAA is already on scene and assisting. We're waiting the arrival of the coroner's office to assist in the recovery of the remains. As the chief indicated, there were no survivors. We have a manifest that indicates that there was 9 people on board the aircraft, the pilot plus 8 individuals. There is wide speculation of who the identities are. However, it is entirely inappropriate right now to identify anyone by name until the coroner has made the identification through their very deliberative process, and they've made notifications to next of kin. And it'd be extremely disrespectful to understand that your loved one was perished and you learn about it from TMZ. That is just wholly inappropriate. So we're not going to be going there. We're going to wait till the coroner does their job, and we're assisting the families of those who believe they've been impacted. And it's a tough process. Our hope goes out to all of the members that were on board, all the family of everyone who was on board this aircraft, and God bless their souls. So at this point in time, we have nothing that we can add until the coroner does their job, and we'll be making those notifications when we have the information and we know the next of kin have been notified. Then we can release the information publicly, and you'll be notified in subsequent announcements.
Sheriff, there's one thing you can confirm. Do we have a confirmation actually of 9 bodies there at the scene?
That is our belief, yes.
Thank you. So we realize at this point there are so many questions. There's a lot of information out there. And again, we understand, there's a lot of information that's floating, but we certainly have a responsibility and an obligation out of respect, of course, for the families. And this is a very difficult time for us all, for the city. We have the mayor here of Calabasas, also city council. We thank them for being here. And in fact, they wanted to pass on a message that for those in the community that want to gather here or coming to Calabasas, if you do, you are welcome to join others at the Dianza Park here in Calabasas, and the cross streets there are Lost Hills and Las Virgenes. Also, the Sheriff's Information Bureau, we will be sending out updates as to when there will be, if there is one, a press advisory out, a notification of another press conference or any other updates through our Twitter. So please look for that. And again, we thank you so much for being here today. And again, thank you for your time.
Sheriff, we have more. Sheriff, just a question quickly on sealing off the area. We know the NTSB has to be there to do that thing. Is the public going to be able to get anywhere nearby, or is a stretch of Las Virgenes going to be shut down for an
With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
He definitely is in the top 10 players of all time. No question about it.
He's the best player in the game? Oh, hands down.
He's the best player in basketball, and I don't think it's even close.
He has some of the best skills that the NBA has ever seen in history.
Honestly, I look at Kobe Bryant as that guy that is the best, one of the best in our league.
It's just that simple. There's nothing that Kobe Bryant can't do.
But what he did for the game of basketball was simply legendary.
Kobe Bryant is a worker, and he's made himself the best. And I can guarantee you, if they have practice tomorrow, he'll be the first guy there as well.
Kobe, I think, is one of the greatest competitors in the history of the game.
His performance was so awesome that you can't help but respect it.
Even though I was on the court, I just wanted to watch Kobe, do his thing, because it was just so much fun just watching him go to work.
I've got to take Kobe Bryant.
I like Kobe Bryant even better.
One time, one game, I'm taking Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant is the best player in the world.
Welcome to the Kobe Show. Take 2.
Bleacher Report, top 50. Mike Krzyzewski was going to be the guy. It could have been his job. Here goes Kobe. Kobe's able to put one in. Left-handed. Kobe as the shot clock expires. Number 49.
In foul trouble with 4, approaching 7 to play. Kobe Bryant. That was unbelievable.
Diagram that.
You can't. Not in your wildest imagination.
Number 48.
Over the glass, Kobe! Give me a break! Welcome to the circus!
And he only shot that ball because he said, I'm getting an and one.
Number 47.
Not the old-fashioned way.
Kobe on a spin, what a pivot. Yes! 121-103, 59 for Kobe.
Shot is something. You talk about utilizing your pivot foot.
Number 46.
Really going to shoot the free throws. He could barely make it to the free throw line. Bryant tonight with 32 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and he is hurting. But the Lakers down by 2, and they want him to beat him at the free throw line. Got it.
How he responds, like backpedaling or whatever he has to do to get to the other end. If in fact he gets to the other end before a foul,
Made him.
Number 45.
15. Now Yao, did he walk? He's blocked away by Kobe from behind. I'm glad they didn't blow the whistle.
That's like Kobe. I mean, he's been coming out of center field with a lot of plays.
Number 44.
And interestingly, alley-oop to Bryant. Oh, what a play from Bryant. Off balance with one hand, gets it to go. He's got 14 points in a quarter.
Number 43.
6-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Bryant putting moves on James. Here's Bryant.
Only Kobe Bryant in the league has the ability to overcome tough night.
Number 42.
This guy would try to get 50 tonight, and his team would have a chance of winning. But they're at their best, and he's making plays. Wow! And speaking of making plays, Bryant banks it in, off balance, falling down. Mama, there goes that man. Outstanding athletic ability.
Number 41. Number 40.
Kobe really attacked that Doug Christie's second team ball defense, so this guy's no slouch out there defensively.
Number 39.
Bryant calling for the ball. James on him. Bryant falling away. Puts it out. Puts it in. What a tough shot from Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers back up by 6.
Number 38.
Bryant attacking. All the way. Dunks it home. Kobe down the middle with authority.
That very easily could have been an and one.
Wow.
Number 37.
Ball gets a screen from Odom. Great play by Bryant. Kobe will take it in and throw it down on Paul.
Number 36.
Too strong. And the loose ball. Look who's got double clutch reverse. 92-77. They're on their feet at the table. Timeout Hornets.
Kobe showing a little bit of the young Kobe.
Number 35.
Hand Van Horn. Now you got to get this thing from Curry Kill. Oh my God! Down, Kobe. Down.
Number 34.
Gotta pick it up. Here double it out. Kobe. Hard to believe.
Are you kidding me? Unreal.
Are you kidding me? How strong was that?
You have got to be joking.
Number 33.
Gotta hurry. It'll be Kobe. Kobe for a deuce. And the win. He got it.
Guess what?
He got it with 6/10 of a second to play.
Hey, that's the guy you want shooting it.
Number 32.
Over series. You talked me back down to last year. Like Houston in the first round.
Bryant plays for himself. That was sensational. He took the double team, split it, threw the ball off the backboard.
Number 31.
Now to 4. Here's Fisher with the
Number 30.
Kicks it in the bottom. Back out Bryant. Shot clock at 7. Bryant leads, falling away. Puts it in. And the Lakers take a 1-point lead with 7.3 remaining. What a clutch shot once again from Kobe Bryant.
It's impossible to play better defense than Ray Allen just played against Kobe Bryant.
Number 29.
Inside a 7 to play at 95-90 juice. Behind his back on a spin. Oh, and the slam. He'll go to the line. Look at the play. The crowd was on their feet. Look at that. With behind the back to spin. Nice play. And Kobe, show me some footwork.
Number 28.
Selected for the Olympic team that declined to go.
Real. Oh, swatted away by Kobe. Rashard Lewis cleans things up down inside.
Number 27.
Fourth quarter the other night, played through it.
Good point. Battier watching Kobe. Scooping, driving, and putting it in. How in the world did he do that?
He passed himself off the backboard. That was a planned play, Kevin. I've seen him do that a lot.
Number 26.
Get some space against George Lynch. 2 seconds, 1 second. Kobe pump fake. Kobe for the win. Kobe Bryant.
Number 25.
Shot clock now to 5. Bryant. Yes. And that was a little tough to Alvin Gentry.
Add insult to injury, Kobe. I mean, what a shot. I mean, you can't defend that. Are you kidding me? You can't defend that, Marv. I mean, Grant Hill, it's all over Kobe Bryant. Watch him hang.
Number 24.
The room he needed to get that shot up. Bryant.
Oh, Kobe Bryant. A remarkable move.
You will see from Kobe Bryant this year so much athleticism, so much spectacular play.
Number 23.
Gonna be live to Saul trying to find Kobe. And Kobe will get it for the win. He is hard to believe.
No, he's not.
Amazing again at the buzzer.
Is there anybody more clutch than that man?
Number 22.
Kobe pops out. Kobe's going to go. Couple of left-handed dribbles. Has a look at it. The Lakers win! Kobe Bryant loves buzzer beaters. He loves that scenario.
Number 21.
The ball comes in. Kobe's got it above the three-point line, taking a little bit of time. One dribble pull up for the win. He's got it! The Lakers win!
Kobe Bryant.
Number 20.
Lakers for the win. Kobe going up over Bell. Fall away. Yes! Yes! At the buzzer. It does it. Was there ever a doubt? Kobe wins it for the Lakers. They beat the Bucks in overtime. 107-106. And the best in the game. The best closer, finisher.
Number 19.
Kobe Bryant at the point on a 1-4 offensive formation. Kobe Bryant pulled up for the shot and hits the basket with 2.6 to go, giving the Lakers the lead. What a heroic basket by Kobe Bryant.
Number 18.
Bryant, yes! Serving up a facial on Yell Man. Standing ovation for Kobe Bryant.
Number 17.
Rachel came up with it. Jared Williams by Kobe Bryant.
Number 16.
Bryant goes to work. Bryant the drive. Kobe Bryant on a work attack. He was looking for somebody to challenge him, and nobody came quick enough.
Number 15.
Now the single coverage by Landry. Ariza dropped down. Kobe. Oh! Cut hard. Down hard. Kobe Bryant. Hold on to your hands, folks. Here he comes.
Number 14.
Have to shoot it with 3, with 2. In trouble. Forced up. Unbelievable. How hard that shot is to make. Lakers down. In trouble. Quickly. Bryant. 3 from the corner. Yes! Kobe!
You can't score any quicker than that.
And Blake gets it into Kobe. Kobe, good little fake. 3 to tie. 3 to tie. We're tied at 109. Kobe again.
I really would. I mean, I'm amazed at how these coaches go.
Gray comes out the double. Kobe around him. Kobe down the middle. Kobe Bryant.
When are they going to learn that he's deadly?
Magnificent. Brilliant.
Number 13.
Here we got to give it a change direction by Bryant.
I think that's what the fans came to see. And you talk about elevation. Shit, he went up to the rafters before he decided to put somebody on a poster.
Number 12.
Bryant. Serving up a facial on Carol Jackson.
The power and the explosion of Kobe Bryant just takes off and accelerates. Number 11.
Look at the hustle of Lamar Odom. Off to Kobe Bryant. Counted for two.
With emphasis. The question is, where is Steve Nash? 10.
Out there knew that the Knicks might want to trade him. Man, I should be trying to get him.
Right back. Oh, Kobe Bryant! For human life! What a play!
9.
Horn, Fisher, nice rotation of Bryant. Buckle up for Kobe Bryant! Kobe Bryant just took the gravity out of the target center. What a play!
He might have just injured that shoulder a little bit more. The windmill slam.
The Lakers, because of this man, Kobe Bryant, take over.
As Deshaun Stevenson looking to
7.
Artest looking, gets it to Bryant. Bryant dribbling, has to put it up for the buzzer. Banks it in! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game! The officials have to review it, but they're celebrating already here at the Staples Center. That was so well defended by Miami, and that is just greatness personified.
6.
Bryant out top against Patterson. Kobe cannot get Patterson in the air. A wild three. Hit it.
remaining in the regular season, possibly. Out to Kobe. All the way high. What a way to finish! Are you kidding me?
Are you? That's the way to end the regular season. That's the way you end it.
5.
Score. They need some help.
Long run out by Kobe Bryant.
What did I just see? You just saw what Kobe does best, and that's bring people to their feet.
4.
Portland has 3 timeouts left. The Lakers have 2. Bryant. Take shot. 25-4 in the last 9 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's what champions are made of. That ability to respond is all right on the line for Coleman now.
3.
They'd love to get it into Nash's hands, and they do. Ball knocked away, stolen by Carter. Here comes George to Kobe Bryant. Bryant inside. It's good. It's good. Tie game. 7/10 of a second remaining.
A 1-point game. Walking to Tippett. Bryant with the save.
Oh, you got to get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win.
As Kobe Bryant at the buzzer in overtime gets the win for Los Angeles.
Kobe was not about to pass that one.
2.
Still 6.5 to play in the third. He pulls up for a 3. Yes! Kobe again. You talked about him being in one of those zones. He's definitely in it right now. Kobe again. Yes, sir. Kobe Bryant. 3 again. Yes!
Well, there's 70.
Kobe's got the Laker record and an 81-point game. History tonight at Staples Center. MVP.
number one.
Bryant going to the basket. Kobe Bryant! There it is! A 50-point game in his farewell. Bryant for three. Got him all! Unbelievable stuff tonight. Will Kobe give them one last gamer? Bryant on the move with the jumper. Oh, 58 points! And the Lakers lead! Here's Bryant, 2 free throws for 60. And the Lakers close out Kobe Bryant's career with a win and one of the great farewell performances in any sport.
Thank you guys for all the motivation. Thank you for all the inspiration. You guys will always be in my heart. And I sincerely appreciate it. No words can describe how I feel about you guys. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. And I love you guys. And Mamba out.
I can't believe it's actually happening, to be honest. Like, it's kind of crazy to me. Like, it's hard to believe that it happened this way.
And a 17-time NBA All-Star, the third highest scorer in NBA history, the 2008 MVP, 2-time NBA Finals MVP, 5-time NBA champion, a 6'6" guard from Lower Merion High School, where he won the title in 1996. Number 24, Kobe Bryant.
I think there has been nobody better. Kobe Bryant was the greatest basketball player. He's a formidable force. He may be the most formidable force in the history of this game.
Kobe Bryant, at the end of the day, will go down as the greatest basketball player that has ever lived.
You know, Kobe is the greatest Laker ever. I step on the court, that's me. I don't play around. I'm not there to be your best friend. I am there to destroy you.
Kobe Bryant was one of the greatest ever.
Don't ever question the heart, the emotion, the grit, the tenacity of that guy.
I hope people appreciate what we've seen from Kobe Bryant.
That's part of basketball. I did everything I possibly could, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I was born to play basketball, and I had to really work to try to figure out what comes next, and that's really, really hard, man. Really, really hard.
Wow. A straight legend. Straight legend. I'm not a huge basketball fan, never have been a huge basketball fan, but you're always like the fan of the legends. You're always a fan of the guys who supersede basketball. And Kobe Bryant superseded basketball. He's a worldwide known superstar. And I had the opportunity, though, because of some friends that live here, to go to a couple of Nuggets games. And every time I went to a Nuggets game, it was against the Lakers. And so I had the opportunity to watch Kobe play here in Denver. And pretty happy I had that opportunity. I hear all the reports coming in. I'm seeing all the reports, getting all the Twitters and all the text. And this entire thing seems like an incredibly tragic event. There's reports that there was more than one child on that helicopter. And the report that Kobe's 13-year-old daughter was on that helicopter is just the tip of the iceberg. And so all I can do is say a prayer for the families that lost their their loved ones today and the children who lost their lives. Father, I just pray that you bring peace, Lord, that is beyond understanding. I pray that you literally, Father, reach out and grab the hearts and hold the hearts of the families affected by this tragedy. Lord, I ask that you move in the lives of the people that are affected. Father, I pray that you put your arms around the mothers. I pray that you put your arms around the siblings. I pray that you just love physically, Lord, if it's possible. Reach out and grab those hearts, Father. Love those hearts. Don't let them sleep tonight with heavy hearts. Lord, reach out. If you're watching right now, you've heard me pray this before, but agree with me that we move something in the supernatural, that some supernatural love grabs the hearts of the families affected. If the reports are true, 9 people lost their lives. There's a good possibility that there were children, multiple children on that helicopter. Those parents are going to need an extra dose of love. They're going to need an extra dose tonight, tomorrow, in the days to come. So, Father, I ask that you just reach through the supernatural and love on them tonight. Be with them, Father.